Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm here to bring you an anime review on Log Horizon. We have a new character introduced at this episode that oddly reminds me of Shiroi. Like, am I the only one that had insta-Shiroi vibes when I saw that final character at the end of this episode? Like, that's female villain in glasses. That's female villain in glasses. I'm like, no! Like, alarm bells, dude. When I saw this person walking, and you see the glasses underneath the robe and all that, you see the fucking staff, I mean, that straight up is a female version of Shiroi. I mean, there is no denying it. Like, the facial features and everything just looks like it's a feminine version of Shiroi. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay, so this person's gonna be very smart. A very, very smart character, because any character that has glasses usually is smart in this series. Let's just be real here. Usually when a character has glasses in Log Horizon, they are intelligent. So I'm expecting some great things from this character. So, moving past that point, the episode. There is a lot of plot points that's actually been brought up with this episode. So, the ending half of this episode, like the last 6 or so minutes of this episode, was the real main important parts of this episode, if I had to say that was anything important with this episode. For instance, the first half of the episode was slice of life, and also at the exact same time getting to see, you know, our group of adventurers just chilling, relaxing on their adventure, and, you know, going on their trip to their journey to finish a quest. That's pretty much what the first half is, or like, I guess, 3/4 of this episode is. The last half of the episode, now that's when the serious shit goes down. So, with the last half, we find out a couple plot points. So, first things first, we find out about what happened technically to Krusty's guild. Like, Krusty's guild is completely falling apart. And then you have this other guild, Honesty, that's like the third, you know, largest guild in Akiba. They pretty much are starting to have like a little bit of a feud inside. And also on top of that, we have it to where at the end we have this new girl introduced. So we have 3 massive plot points right there at the end of the episode, which I want to discuss. So first thing I want to dive into is the overall plot point with Krusty. So, as always, Krusty is somewhere. We don't know technically where he is at, because Shiroi's trying to contact him. He won't answer on his friends list. He's not answering any messages. Nobody can contact, you know, Krusty at all, and he's completely up missing. So, there's still no whereabouts to where he is. But, in the overall grand scheme of things, with Krusty being gone as the guild leader, his fellow guild members are actually starting to break apart, because without no guild leader, people will not have anything to strive for. For instance, their main figurehead, people will start splitting up, and that is pretty much what is happening in this episode. It's been 3 months since Krusty disappeared, and so people are getting antsy, and they're getting kind of pissed off that Krusty isn't around, so they're just abandoning the guild because they think, you know, Krusty might have abandoned the guild also. So that's what's going on in that one segment of this episode. And then we move into the Honesty segment. Now, that guild, okay, so this definitely, that part right there definitely is going to be something massive for the future, because that was definitely set up for Akiba, the next arc in Akiba. This guild, Honesty, pretty much we find out in this episode that they're having a little bit of a issue inside of their guild. Like, they have like 1,300 something members. Now, don't quote me on that because I could be slightly off, but I know there are over 1,000 members. They have like 1,300 something members, and majority of those members, from what was stated in this episode, are Leechers. Now, if you don't know what Leechers are, it means people that just join a guild and they don't try to return anything to the guild at all. For instance, they're just in the guild to get the guild benefits, but they're not doing anything in return to get these benefits. Like, it's like me joining like a group, okay, to get all these discounts for like certain manga and anime, but I don't do anything in return to actually pay them any type of thing. Like, for instance, I don't try to either promote them, I don't try to go out and help them out, or anything like that. That's pretty much what these Leechers are doing. And to see how this guild is actually experiencing this issue, this is actually what some guilds in video games you have to deal with. I remember in World of Warcraft, there was a couple of guilds that had to deal with Leechers and stuff, because it causes issues with your overall, you know, auction house. It can cause issues with your guild's bank and stuff like that, and that's pretty much what these Leechers are causing. And on top of that, too, they can't necessarily just kick all these people out of their guild, because it could cause issues in Akiba, and since Akiba is ran on a democracy with a round table and stuff, they have to talk this through and see what they actually have to do. So the main guild leader of Honesty can't just kick out these random Leechers. He has to figure out what he wants to do. But at the exact same time, you have these people right underneath him that actually want, you know, a diet. Like, Akiba needs to go on a diet. Like, it needs to start, you know, throwing out these Leechers and actually start keeping the people people that really are producing results for the actual town. And in a sense, this entire aspect with Leechers is kind of like, I guess, jobs. Like, for instance, people being jobless. That's technically, I guess, what that necessarily means. It's like NEETs or, you know, stuff like that. Like, people that do not want to get jobs, they don't want to work for their stuff, and that's pretty much technically what these Leechers mean, in a sense, when it comes to Log Horizon. So, I can't wait to see exactly what way they're going to tackle, you know, this upcoming, you know, issue with Honesty's guild with how there's Leechers, because there's definitely Leechers not just in Honesty, but other guilds too, so we'll have to see how that's handled. Moving on to the female in glasses, pretty much, or the villain in glasses. Oh my god. That character design, like, dude, that's a female Shiroi. I mean, if you've ever wanted a female Shiroi, you just got it with this episode. You straight up got a female Shiroi, and at the exact same time, on top of that, you have it to where this person is a vampire, supposedly. Like, this person is a vampire summoner. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so I did not realize there was actually a vampire class in the series. Like, I know vampires are in MMOs and stuff like that, but I did not realize there was actually vampire classes in, you know, Log Horizon. I had no idea about that, unless she's just saying that and wanted to put that title on herself. But either way, it seems like she's very weak to the sun. Maybe it's because she is a vampire, maybe it's because she is cursed with something. I mean, we do know curses exist in Log Horizon, so that's possible. So we'll have to see where that goes. Overall, episode of Log Horizon, it was a good episode. Like I said, the first half of the episode, it's okay. It's nothing that, you know, amazing, where I'm like, yes! I'm not like that for the first half, but the last half, that's when the shit really gets interesting, so we'll have to see. So tell me your thoughts. Love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.